industry. Hope you people are doing all you ought to do. Just as I said, anytime from now you may be back, come back to school for your lesson. So you need to leave no stone unturned. You need to read well and prepare well. Don't base your studies on JS3 questions alone. Go to JS1, revise what you did in JS1, JS2. And this is a basic revisions for JS3 in mathematics. So these questions, the questions we are going to treat today will be based on the theory question of last year based in 2019. So the question paper, see, this is the question paper for basic last year. So that's what we are using for your revision, so that you know the sort of questions you are likely to be. Now, number one, this is number 1A. Says solve the equation 4x over 5 minus 3 over 5 is equal to x plus 2 over 2. This is a JS1 questions. So once you see this, they have the same denominator. So you subtract them directly, even though that because of these variable you can't subtract them normally. You know how to do subtract algebras, but they have the same denominator. Because of this, you just have the same denominator. So this will be equal. Now what we have now is 4x minus 3. See, maintaining that all over 5. So these two fractions we have made them to this 4x minus 3 all over 5. Just because they have the same denominator, then is equal to 4x plus 2 all over 4. Remember what you did the other time? This is just cross multiplication. You cross multiply. This will multiply this will multiply this. So now we have 4 bracket 4x minus 3 is equal to 5 bracket x plus 2. That is cross multiplication. So you remove the bracket. 4 times this, we have 16x minus 4 times this, 12 is equal to 5 times x, 5x plus 5 times 2, we have 10. So now you collect line items. From here you collect line items. This 5 will come over to this place, while this 12 will go over. And this 5 is plus. Crossing over to, you have 16x minus 5x. Then which equals to this 10 minus 12 causes the sign of plus 12. So now we have 5x, 16x minus 5x. Now we have 16x minus 5x. We have 11x is equal to 10 plus this. We have 22. 11x is equal to 22. So 11x is equal to 22. Divide both sides by 11. So x now will be equal to 22 over 11. Our x now will be equal to 2. So x, the value of x is equal to 2. So that's, you have solved the equation. X is equal to 2. So this is we'll move over to the number B part of it. 1B. Factorization. Factorize AMU plus 2. Factorize 2AMU plus 2AN plus 2AMV minus 2ANV. So in order to factorize this, you look at this. You have to know the likely terms. Of course, we have this. I think this could be a likely term to this, and this could be a likely term to this. So you rearrange them. So we have now 2AMU. You bring minus, all maintaining the signs as we did in your year 1 collecting of items, minus 2AMV. Then this plus now will be at the center, plus 2ANU, then minus 2ANV. So now, having done this, now you just put the bracket, because there is a plus sign at the middle. Putting inserting the bracket, you have no sign will change. So you just insert the bracket, and after you have done that, you will find what are the common the common factors here, we have 2am. 2am. So we bring out 2am. Bracket 2am divide this, we have u remaining minus v. Then here now, what are the factors? Plus the factors here, we have 2an. We have 2an remaining u minus v. So if you see, we have the same thing, 2am bracket u minus v plus 2an bracket u minus v. So just all you need to do is put this one in bracket. You have bracket 2am plus 2an, then bracket u minus v. That is the factorization, as we normally do in a quadratic equation, quadratic expression. So that's the thing. 2 bracket 2, you put this in the bracket, just take one of the bracket, and that is all. That's how to factorize this. Then the 2b part of this, the 2a is construction, where once we come back immediately, it can take us a day, just a day, to do the construction. It's normally practical. It's not something we do through online. I need to watch you, to teach you the principles. Now, 2b, we have add 0.238, 0.0593, and 0.74. Correct the answer to 2 decimals. So you first of all add, and this is theory. So you don't use your calculator. You must show your workings. That's why it is theory. So you don't just use calculator. So you have to add it up. Show your workings 238. And 0. Always maintaining the decimal point. 0.0593, 0.74. You see, you rearrange it in such a way that you maintain the decimal point. The decimal point will be on the same. So you add it up 3. We have only 3 here. We have 8 plus 9, 15. We have 5 carry. 8 plus 9 is 17. We have 7. Take 1 plus 4, 9, 13. 3. Take 1. We have 2, 3, 0 plus 1, 10. We have 0.1. So now we have 0.1. So this is the sum, what you get when you add these numbers. But they say correct the answer to 2 decimal places. What do you mean by decimal places? After the decimal point, we calculate. This is the first decimal place. This is the second decimal place. So the number following this second decimal place is up to 5. So you call it 1, add it up. So the answer will be 1.04 bracket 2SF to 2SF. So we have done that. So the answer is 1.04 to 2 decimal places. So this is the third question, 3a. Said arrange in descending order. We have 1 over 2, 7 over 8, 2 over 6, and 3 over 4. In descending order. Descending order means from the highest to the lowest. That is descending. You are descending from top to down. So in order to know, just technically, you have to show them the workings. You know the fraction that is the highest, because you have to begin from the highest fraction to the highest fraction to the lowest fraction. Now we find the LCM of 2, 8, 6, and 4. So finding the LCM of 8, 6, and 4, just as we normally do, we have 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. So 2 times 2 times 2, 8 times 3, 24. So the LCM is 24. You use 24 to decide. So 24 divided 4 divided by 24, we have is 6. 6 times 3, 18. 4 divided by 6 divided by 24, we have 3. 6 divided by 24, we have 4. 4 times 2, we have 8. 8 divided by 24, we have 3. 3 times 7, 27. 24 divided by 2, we have 12. 12 times 1, 12. Now, with these numbers, you can, this is the numbers over 24. So this is not the highest number is 27. So it means that 7 over 8 is the highest fraction. So in descending order, we have 7 over 8, followed by 18. 3 over 4, followed by 12. 1 over 2, and finally 2 over 6. So this is the arrangement in descending order, which is from the top to the lower. This is the highest and this is the lowest fraction. So the B part of it, we have simplified 2 whole number times 1 whole number, 2 whole number, 2 over 1 over 3 times 1 whole number, 1 over 2 divided by 6 whole number. So first of all, you have to solve the numerator before you solve the denominator. Solving the numerator, from there we say you change the numerators, change them to improper fractions. For you to solve mixed fractions, multiply mixed fractions, you must have to change them to improper fractions. So we have 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. 7 over 3 times 2 times this, 1 plus this, we have 3 over 2. So all over, of course you change this one also, but you don't solve it yet. So solve it sequentially. 6 times 8, we have 48 plus 1, 49. 49 over 8. So 3 divide 3, we have now, what we have now is 7 over 2. So in actual fact, what we have, the fraction we say now, 7 over 2 divided by 49 over 8. That's the fraction. 7 over 2 divided by 49 over 8. And when we talk about, we want to change this to fraction, the 8 will have to become the numerator. So we have now 7 over 2 times 8 over 49. So 7 cancel itself 1, 7 divide this is 7, 2 divide itself 1, divide this, it will give you now 4. So the answer will be 4 over 7. That's the simplification of the fraction. So finally, find the missing number in, this is 16 over 48. And 8 over, before you have to find the lowest term. What is the lowest term of 16 over 40? You have to change this 16 over 4 to lowest term. It is what will help you now to find the missing part. So 16 over 48, the lowest term, 2 divide this, 8, 2 divide this, 24, 2 divide this, 4, 2 divide this, we have 12, 2 divide this, 2, 2 divide this, 6, 2 divide this, 1, 2 divide this, 3. So we have 1 over 3. 1 over 3 probably, 1 over 3 is the lowest term. So if 1 over 3 is the lowest term, it means that what will be here now, if 1 is to 3, if 1 is to 3 now, how you get this thing is the next one should be 3 times 8 in order to maintain the 1 over 3. That's the lowest term. So 1 belongs to 3, then 3 times 8 will give you now. So 3 times 8 will give you 24. So what will be here is 24. So that at the end of the day, you say 8, you reduce this thing, it will also be 1 over 3. So that's the logic. They must have the same lowest term in order to be the same. So once you have got the lowest term, which is 1 over 3, I know that 1 is for 8. So for you to get the numerator, you have to multiply it by 3, which is 1 over 3. And that's why you have 3 times 8, you have 24 as the lowest, as the fraction, the missing fraction. So this is the final question. Number 4 says, the table below is a record of the favorite games of some students in a school. It's a record of favorite games. You see, this is type of games. We see wrestling, Tennis, of course, lawn tennis. Football, table tennis. Athletics. Then number of students, 1 for wrestling, 1 student, only 1 student, like only 1 student for wrestling, 2 students for tennis, 12 students for football, table tennis, 8 students, athletics, 2 students. Now, this is the data. Now, the question says, what game is the favorite of most students? What game is the favorite of most students? So, when you look at the table, you see the number of students, the greater number of students liked football. So, football is the answer. So, the answer is what? Football. So that's the answer for number A. Then the second one says, what game is the least liked by the student? The least liked by the student. So when you look at this, you see wrestling has only one number of students, only one student likes wrestling. So what game is least liked? So the answer is wrestling. That's the answer. So the last question, what is the probability that the students picked from the class at random like tennis most? You know, probability, as you did in your year 2, the formula for probability is equal to the required outcome. The required outcome over the what you call the total outcome. The total outcome. So the required outcome over the total outcome. So from here, what is the total outcome? You add up everything, the number of students. 1 plus 2, we have 3, 12, that is 15. So the total outcome from here, we have the total outcome should be total outcome. We calculate the first of all the total outcome, which is 1 plus 2 plus 12 plus 8 plus 2, which will give you 1 plus 2, we have 3 plus 12, we have 15 plus 8, we have 23 plus 2, we have 25. So the total outcome is 25. But then the question says the probability, what is the probability that a student picked from the class like tennis? Looking at the board, we have table tennis and tennis. It is not table tennis, we have tennis. So you look at the tennis. How many students like tennis? We have 2. Only 2 students like tennis. So what you have is, required outcome is 2 over 25. And that is the answer. 2 over 25.